Everybody, Antonio here with another daily reminder for you. And today's daily reminder is mind the time. Today was a long day and a lot of activities. my my daughter turned 14 today, and it was I got to tell you a lot of stuff this weekend, from shopping to Six Flags, Cheesecake Factory, music festivals, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. But the thing that I just kind of got when I was sitting there, just looking at her across the table, my ex-wife was there, my son, and a friend of hers. I was just looking at her, just saying, wow, 14 years, you know, 14 years. And if you have children, you've probably heard, how time flies, et cetera, and take advantage of it while you can. And that is very sound advice. It is definitely sound advice, because there are a lot of things that more things I guess I'd have to say that I wanted to do. And it's not that, time has run out or anything. There's still time to do some other things, but it just made me think about, wow, I have a 14-year-old right now. And like I said, whether you are a parent or not, today's reminder is mind the time. So whatever aspect of life you are considering, whether it's your relationship, your health, your business, job, whatever the case may be, mind the time. I think back to years ago when right before I went to go work for Microsoft, I was working with a company doing support over the phone, technical support. Companies around the globe have, servers, and I would, remote into their servers, et cetera. So I was kind of a fractional LAN administrator, if you will. And I remember at the time, I had really planned on being there for about 3 months. It was a very, very good paying job. It's a really great paying job. And I said, I'm going to work here for 3 months, just kind of stack some paper, blah, blah, blah. Probably didn't say stack some paper at that time, but, something similar. And 3 months later, get this, 3 months later, my boss called me into his office to do my annual review. You get that? He calls me in his office to do my annual review. I'd been there for a year. And in my mind, oh, I'll just get this job, work here for 3 months, put this money in the bank, go do this other thing, and blah, blah, blah. But, just the monotony of the day in, day out, that routine, I ended up staying there for an entire year and didn't consciously realize it. Now, of course, I knew the time was going by, and yes, I started on this date, and I worked to that date. But in my mind, I hadn't considered that I had been there for an entire year. I quit on the spot. And I remember Bruce was like, "What's the problem? Everything's great. No, your reviews are good." I said, "No, I can't stay here anymore, man." I said I had planned on being here for 3 months. I've been here for a year. I can't spend the rest of my life doing this. And I will, really good money. And I will, because I was comfortable. I was just complacent. I was making a bunch of money. The job was just amazingly easy. I had no real reason to leave. Even traffic, because of the time that I worked, I was going against traffic when I was going in and against traffic when I was going out. So I literally had, this breeze of a commute. It was just this fantastic job, but I had no intentions on staying there because I wasn't minding the time. I wasn't minding my time. I remember Bruce said, "Hey, let you sit with it for a few minutes. You go ahead and take off tonight, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, etc." I packed all my stuff and left. He called me the next night. I said, "I'm not coming in." He called me the next night. I said, "I'm not coming in." He called me the next night. He says, "You really quitting?" "Yeah, I'm really quitting, man. I can't. I can't stay here." But anyway, it's important to mind the time. It is important to mind your time in any aspect of your life. So if you ever find yourself saying, "I'll do that when, I'll get to that after, one day I will dot, dot, dot," fill in the blank for any of those, be very conscious and be very mindful, of how that shows up in your life. Because if you don't mind the time, it's going to be gone. It is going to be gone. So, I am truly thankful for the relationship that I have with my daughter. We've got a tremendous, tremendous relationship. It can always be better. Is it perfect? No, but we've got an amazing relationship, communication, trust, and we have a really great time when we hang out and spend time together. She's just an amazing, amazing person to be around, and I love her so much. And it just really hit me today. She's 14 years old. Wow. I don't have any regrets. Thankfully, I don't have any, "Oh, I wish I would have so and so," and, "Oh, I wish I could have blah, blah, blah." I don't have any of that. Um, but it did bring to my awareness of minding the time. So that's it for today's daily reminder. Mind your time. Mind your time. What have you been putting off? What have you been putting on hold for some other thing? What have you been stopping yourself from doing? What have you been projecting into this one day future that may or may not happen? Mind your time. None of us are getting younger. And if you are getting younger, then please make sure to DM me and let me know how you're doing that. I know some folks look younger. I've got a couple of friends who, I got to tell you, man, they're in their 50s and they look like they're in their 30s, early 30s. But they're still in their 50s. But anyway, I say all that to say, time keeps on ticking, time keeps on moving. So we got to mind the time. So that's it for today's daily reminder, guys. One other thing to keep in mind is the comments and your thoughts below. What things have you been putting off? What things are you putting into that one day future that may or may not come? Share your comments below. Love to hear them. That's it for today, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily reminder. Take care.